Hello, my name is Peter Delaney, and I am a second-year medical student at the University of Michigan Medical School, and today I will be discussing the evaluation of a lay first responder program as a scalable model for pre-hospital trauma care in Sierra Leone. We were the recipient of an Excellence in Research Award in the Global Surgery and Humanitarian Outreach category for the abstract. So thank you so much. In addition, I'm the Executive Director of LFR International, which is a nonprofit organization focused on emergency medical services development in LMICs, low and middle income countries. And finally, I'm a researcher who's affiliated with the Michigan Center for Global Surgery. Injury is a significant burden in LMICs that amounts to nearly 6 million deaths per year. This is actually more than malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV AIDS-related deaths combined. This disproportionately affects LMICs, where 90% of the burden occurs, and these places are actually settings that are least equipped to deal with this injury burden, as 80% of injury-related deaths occur in the pre-hospital setting in LMICs, compared to just 59% in high-income countries with emergency medical services, also known as EMS. In fact, the burden is most stark in Africa, where 91% of the African population has no access to emergency medical services, which could address 45% of all deaths. Unfortunately, it's not just as easy as replicating the model we developed in high-income countries in low-resource settings, as this has been found to consistently fail due to financial and infrastructural barriers. As a result, EMS development in these settings has been incongruous and varied over time. In an attempt to reach a consensus, and as a result of 4 studies conducted in the late 1990s and early 2000s, 2004, the World Health Organization then recommended the first step toward formal EMS development as the training of lay first responders, or essentially bystanders who could provide care, potentially transport to definitive care from the injury scene. We have since investigated lay first responders in Uganda, Chad, Guatemala, and most recently, Sierra Leone, which I'll be discussing today. We conducted our project in Mekene, which is the capital of Bambali district, seen here in Sierra Leone, which is in West Africa. We trained 4,500 responders in accordance with disease control priority suggested values in a 1-day, 5-hour course, which was previously validated for use with lay first responders in Guatemala. We partnered with the First Responder Coalition of Sierra Leone, which included 5 national organizations in addition to LFR International, and trained each participant and equipped them with a first aid kit for just over $5. We conducted this program between June and July of 2019, when we trained 1,029 first responders with our primary instructors. Between August and December, we had 50 local instructors we had trained between June and July, then went on to proliferate the model and train an additional 3,500 responders. We assessed the program with pre and post course tests, in addition to tests at 6 and 9 months to measure knowledge retention, as well as incident reports to longitudinally track patient impact. We found scores increased significantly post-course, at which point knowledge was retained at 6 months and began to decay by 9 months. This suggests 6-month refresher trainings are suggested, especially in the areas of airway management and hemorrhage control. Participants who participated in courses led by local instructors, the 50 local instructors we had trained during June and July of 2019, who went on to proliferate the course between August and December, we found as well they were able to impact significant knowledge improvement among participants by about 30 percentage points. We did find, interestingly, that in these more rural populations who participated, their starting score was about 15% lower than those in town in Mekene. but we were able to determine that local instructors could successfully proliferate the course. As you can see here, there was less uniformity in the score distribution as a result of using 50 trainers instead of 3. Longitudinally, we found nearly 2,000 patients were treated, and that almost all were transported by motorcycle. Most often, hemorrhage control was implemented in the pre-hospital setting, and nearly half of all injuries were road traffic injury related, which disproportionately affected young males. As you can see here, there was a high volume responder group, 50 of whom responded to almost 54% of all 2,000 incidents encountered. In summary, a 5-hour first responder course targeting lay people demonstrated significant knowledge improvement as well as retention. We believe that training transportation providers represents a robust and scalable model of pre-hospital emergency care. Thank you.